welcome to Point of View! Today I'm driving the brand new Volvo V90 Cross Country. I really want to thank Info-Auto, the Volvo dealership in Estonia, Tallinn, for providing me with this car. They have some great inventory, go check them out. This V90 is basically an estate car that has been on some steroids. It's bigger, bulkier and of course higher. Volvo really hit the sweet spot with the XC90. I love the styling of that car and the interior quality is amazing. The 4 hammer headlights are basically a trademark Volvo these days. Stylish but very practical, as this car is basically up against the Germans, the Audi Allroad, Mercedes All-Terrain. Is it hammer time for the Germans? Let's find out. Now talking about the exterior of the car. Although I'm not a big fan of the rear end, I don't like the taillight design. I absolutely love the front end. The 4 headlights, the bold design, it just screams Volvo. It's so good looking. This car is lifted quite a bit when compared to the normal V90, and it only has about 2.7 centimeters less clearance than the bigger XC90. This one has a white paint job. I don't think it's the best one for this car because it will get dirty. Black, grey, beige, whatever, it all fits. Now, while the exterior might be hit or miss to some people, the interior is just bang on right. There's absolutely nothing bad I can say about the interior. Everything you touch feels quality. You see and feel where your money goes. Everything is where it should be. It's logically laid out, easy to use. The interior is dominated by this Tesla-like big screen. It's a standard feature on all of the models. You can control your navigation, radio, etc. from here. It's so smooth and nice, it just works as it should. The resolution is great, it has no lag whatsoever. I think it might be the best system I've used in a car. And to continue on that line, the seats are absolutely fabulous. They're designed just so that they're not too firm, not too soft. And just look at the color of this interior. The steering wheel size is good, although I wish it had a little bit softer handle points. You have this huge digital display that shows you your speed, navigation and basically all the information you could ask for. It's crisp, easy to read. Well done again. Absolutely everything you touch feels solid. There is sort of carpet on the side, so nothing squeaks, nothing rattles. Volvo's main demographic is a male executive, most likely, in the age of 35 to 60. And although I'm not in that demographic, I really appreciate the small details in this car, and as I said, you really see and feel where your money goes. And now we come to the options of this car, and there are many. One of the options is working right now, which is the pilot assist. It basically combines radar guided cruise control, lane assist and some other features, so basically the car can drive itself. Now talking about the rest of the options, there are 2 lines to choose from. You don't have momentum and inscription like the V90, you have Pro and Plus. They're basically the same equivalent of momentum and inscription, which means that every V90 cross country you can buy has leather seats, heated seats, big screen, adaptive cruise control, pilot assist, big wheels, LED headlights. Everything is standard basically, and that makes life a lot easier when choosing and configuring your car. Basically, Volvo offers you some packages. You can have a technology package or a seats package. They're not that expensive actually. For example, if you want to get the more exclusive Nappa leather seats with ventilation and massage, it's like 1,600 euros. It's not much by executive car numbers, and the car itself actually isn't that expensive. It's like a couple of grand more than the V90, which makes it a good buy. Especially due to the fact that in a few years time, when you're gonna sell the car, most likely the cross-country version will be worth more. And even if you spec it up fully, it's like 70,000 euros for the D5 and less for the D4 version. Now price-wise, the cheapest D4 is around 52,000 euros. This particular car is the Plus D5, which basically is an inscription, and that's around 62,000 euros. You can also get petrol versions, the T5 or the T6. they cost around the same. Personally, my choice would be the T5. Talking more about the price, the equivalent Audi Allroad, which is basically an older model, it's on its way out. A new model is due soon. It's around 5,000 to 10,000 euros more in similar spec. If you look at the base prices of those cars, yes, they might be similar, but the Audi doesn't have nearly as much standard equipment as this car has. I can also demonstrate the start-stop. It's off right now. It also has auto hold, which means I can take my foot off the brake. If I touch the gas, it fires right up. It works like a charm. Okay, let's test the pilot assist again. So right now it's holding its speed, it's seeing the lines. You see the green steering wheel in the dashboard, which means it's active. Now it's telling me to use the steering wheel, just to know I'm there. There aren't many lines on this road, and yet the system is working. I'm actually quite impressed, because a Volkswagen Group's line assist would be struggling in this road, but as you can see, there are basically no road markings, or if they are there, they're sort of gone wrong, and the system just sees them perfectly. Now let's talk a little bit about the engines and the driving side of this car. There are 2 petrol and 2 diesel versions on offer, all of them with 4 cylinders and 2-liter engines. This is the D5. It has plenty of power and plenty of torque. The petrol engines, of course, are a bit faster. The T5 roughly similar to the D5, but if you want your car to really move, you have to get the T6 with 320 horsepower. That's a really good engine. As far as diesel engines are concerned, this isn't very rattly. You can hardly tell it's a diesel. Of course, if you rev it out, there are some diesel characteristics. So yeah, D5 is the most popular version Volvo will probably sell, and it's a very good bet. It's a very good buy, and I see nothing wrong with it. One thing I do have to mention is the B-pillars, which I think are too big, but all in all, visibility is good all around. You don't feel like you're driving a big boat, which this car basically is. It's a really, really large car, but inside, thanks to the ergonomics and stuff, it feels like you're driving a smaller car than it actually is. Now, the boot is electric. Of course, it's fast, it's usable. As you can see, you have plenty of space. This shelf sort of moves away, so it's easier to load things. There's a really soft carpet here, which is also quite nice. To close it, just push a button. As you can see, it works fast. Sitting at the back. And again, the quality of the materials is just amazing. There's plenty of leg room for me. If I don't slouch, yeah, reasonable amount of leg room. The seats are very soft. Of course, you have a handrest back here, finished in leather, of course. Why wouldn't it be? Long journeys would just fly by in this car. But looking at the interior as a whole again, it's just such a pretty place. Swedish design, I love it. I love it. Even the door handles, you can see, they're aluminium and they feel like a quality item. Sitting back in the front. Oh, I wanna show you this. If you get the Plus version, which is the inscription basically, you get the key matched in the same leather. You have your interior. How cool is that? Anyway, it has keyless entry, of course. So, foot on the brake. You don't have to push any buttons, but you do have to twist this start-stop here. And it fires right up. Put it into reverse and you have this 360 camera, which is really, really usable. You could basically park the car just by using that system. You also have different driving modes. If you push the drive mode button down here, you have Eco, Comfort, Off-Road and Dynamic. They basically do what they say. I also did some off-road driving in this car. It's capable as hell. I mean, ski trips to Scandinavia or the Alps would not be a problem. Anyway, what do I think about the Volvo V90 Cross Country. The biggest rival for this car actually I think is the bigger brother, which is the XC90. It's not that much more expensive, but then again they are very different, and if you prefer the estate car, this is a good choice. This is a good choice. With this new design line and all the tech, Volvo really has cornered the Germans. Volvo is sort of a sensible buy. You can't go wrong with it. It has no bad image, if you know what I mean. In the beginning of the video, I asked if it was hammer time for the Germans. Well, basically yeah, but I can't say it's better than the Germans. It's as good as, and praise doesn't get better than that. Anyway guys, this was my short review of the Volvo V90 Cross Country. Let me know what you think, subscribe, comment, there will be new videos soon, and yeah, see you again guys, bye!